Hello, everyone. Hello. How are y'all doing this beautiful Thursday? It is a beautiful day. 67. Look here, y'all. The summer's cool and everything like that, but I don't deal with heat. I hate heat. Like 70, 80 degrees, it's good. That's good. But 80 plus, I get very irritated, okay? But today is going to be in the 60s, so nice and cool. The sun is shining. Beautiful day today. I might do some shops later on today. So I got some time. I'm like, let me knock out this video right quick, okay? So y'all know what today is. Today's Thursday. Y'all know what came on yesterday. Siesta Key. So today's the day that we review Siesta Key. I feel like I thought about this. I'm like, maybe I need like a little drink or something, like an alcoholic beverage, to drink for the review. I feel like Siesta Key needs an alcoholic beverage for me, to drink when I review the show. Nothing hardcore or anything, something just light and everything like that. I might do that. Think about it. It's in the brain. Okay, so we are here for episode Trace of Siesta Key. Here's the thing with the prenup. Okay, so it was only like three major storylines. You could say three major storylines that happened this episode: Madison and Ish, Chloe, and Brandon and Camilla, and then sprinkle a little bit of course, Juliet and Kelsey's drama. Look here, Juliet and Kelsey's back must be hurting because they are going to carry this season until the end. I can guarantee it, okay? I can guarantee it. Okay, so let's get into the episode. Let's talk about Kelsey and Juliet's drama. Let's talk about that. So Juliet, she's still working with Ashley. You guys remember last season, the fashion, I want to say she's a fashion designer, like a fashion expertise. Ashley, she met her last season and they formed a great friendship. And she's now working with her, I think, as her executive assistant. So she's working with Ashley, and we find out that Ashley's pregnant. But she starts talking to Ashley, Juliet, about what's going on with her, about Kelsey, and how their relationship is drifting apart because of what happened and everything like that. But then she also brings up the situation with her and Sam, the Jordana issue. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me do something. There you go. I had to scratch the camera a little bit foggy. But yeah, they talk about the Jordana issue and the Sam situation. And Ashley gave Juliet, some real life advice. You need to stop worrying about, your relationship and everything like that. Stop putting your man in front of your dreams. And that's completely understandable. And she was like, you know what, Juliet, you need to focus on this swimmer because this is what you want to do. Focus on this because this is what you love. This is what you're passionate about. Focus on this. She was talking about her relationship, her past relationship, to where like she was married and she didn't have anything for herself, Ashley, but then like she just started working after they got divorced. And here's the thing, I'm glad this isn't Juliet's case, to where she gives up her dreams and she's solely focused on her man. Because what I am so irritated about is that women who have successful careers, they're doing good in their own career field, and they marry someone or they're with someone who has money and is successful. They give up on their dreams and then they break up. They say in the media, oh my gosh, I gave up my career to support his. Nobody told you to get rid of your career to support your man. Nobody told you to do that. You did that solely on your decision. You made up in your mind, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to quit what I love to do, what I'm passionate about. I'm going to quit that. I'm going to stop making money for myself, and I'm going to, help my man. I'm going to support my man with what he's doing in his career and give up my dreams. Don't ever do that, ladies and men. Don't ever get rid of your dreams to support your partner. Don't ever do that. Do what you're passionate about and love that. Do what you do to own your own money, and don't be saying, "Oh, I got rid of this to support you." Don't do that. Don't ever do that. So I'm glad Juliet is doing something that she loves, and what she's passionate about is her swimwear, and um, she's not solely depending on Sam. So props to Juliet for doing that. And she said it before that Sam hasn't helped, with the swimwear. He hasn't helped fund the swimwear. She said it on the show. She said it on Twitter. So, do your thing, Juliet. Don't let anybody, take over what you're doing, and don't give up, for your man. Don't do that, Juliet. Don't. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay. And then, all right. All right. So let's move with Madison and Ish. Um, so Madison is hanging out with Kelsey and Max. Oh yeah, go back. Kelsey, she's hanging out with Amanda and Camilla, and they talk about what happened with the situation at the party there. So let's get back to Madison's situation. So Madison is hanging out with Max and Kelsey. They're at this like little bar situation with games and everything like that. Um, so Ish is still out of town. He's up in Canada doing some work. Um, so he's in Canada and he's gone for like months and months and months out of the year. And Madison, it's like it was getting kind of lonely in California. She's starting to plan the wedding in Florida because she wants to have the wedding in Siesta Key or in Florida. And she misses Ish. He comes by, he surprises her. That's nice. All right, so then later on in the episode, she goes and she spends time with her father, and they talk about how it took a minute for her dad to adjust to being with Ish because she's the youngest of the girls, and of course, you're kind of put off that your youngest daughter is dating this guy who is half her age, him being in his late 40s and her being in her 20s, her mid 20s, I think. I think she's like 24, probably 24, 25, somewhere around there, mid 20s, Madison is. And so, of course, you want her to find someone her age, but love is love. If she loves this guy, she loves this guy. And if he loves her, he treats her right. It is what it is. But they bring up the word prenup. Well, her dad brings up the word prenup. Um, okay, I have a question. Who writes, and I tweeted this out to Siesta Key and MTV. I want to know who writes the narration for the narration slash voiceover for Juliet. Does someone else write that, or does Juliet write that, or is it like a collab? Um, is it like a collab situation? Because she said that we forget that Madison's family is wealthy. She's not Sam wealthy. Oh, that really just like made my head hurt. That made my head hurt when I heard it, when I was watching it. First of all, whoever wrote the narration, Juliet, or it was production, or if it was a collab, that was so unnecessary to put Sam's family's wealth into it. That was, you could have just said, her dad's a lawyer. He's a well-known lawyer. So, they are wealthy. They do have money. You didn't have to throw in that Sam is a billionaire. He's not a billionaire. Okay, because I did research. Because I was like, what does this do? I've never heard of this guy. What does he do? Okay, so I did my research. His family, his mom owns, well, his mom was an owner of Scripps Network. And they were a part of like HGTV and Food Network and the Travel Channel. She later sold it to Discovery for like billions of dollars. So, yeah, they have a nice paycheck. But then finding out is that he's 10% owner of it. So basically, when Discovery makes money, he gets money doing that. And so I think it was like around the millions is that he gets money. So he's not a billionaire. Okay. But you didn't have to throw into the situation that Sam's money. You didn't have to do that. You see, that kind of makes me think, like, girl, like, I don't think Juliet's a gold digger, but it's like, dude, you keep throwing out his wealth. We get it. His family is wealthy. We get it that he has some money coming in for being like a little, like a percentage owner. But like, for real, you don't have to keep throwing it out. And that's what's like, girl, did you write this? Or did production write this narration for you? Because that's really annoying. You could have just said that her family, that Madison's family, is wealthy because her dad is a lawyer. You could have just said that. You didn't have to throw Sam's family financial in that situation. But we get it, and like, he's made money and that he's giving money to his kids, for them to be successful on their own for later in life situations. And I completely agree, you know, with a prenup. I completely agree with it. Okay. And like, I hate when people are like, oh my gosh, when you get a prenup, when you talk about prenups, it's a contract for your marriage is going to be doomed. No, it's to protect yourself. Do you want to protect yourself financially later in life if something happens, or do you want to have nothing for yourself? Protect yourself financially. Okay, you got to be able to support yourself and support, if y'all have kids, support your kids. All right. And it's like, in some states, especially like California, you get married in California and you get divorced. If y'all have stuff, half goes to like the significant others. Y'all have to split it in half. Okay, that's what happens in California. But look here. If I get married, I'm gonna sign a prenup because I want to protect myself. Okay, I want to protect myself financially later in life because look here, it may last forever, it may not, but you got to protect yourself. I don't see the problem with prenuptials agreements. I don't get it. But Madison's dad was like, you know what, think about it, just in case something happens. And so they bought a house together, her and Ish, or a condo together. So both of their names are on the lease, but it's like, get a divorce, who's gonna get what? And then later on, her dad also like said, I'm very old school, so it's like, I'll pay for the wedding. Um, then her and Ish, they go on a date, and she brings up the prenuptial agreement that her dad brought up. And Ish, he wasn't really here for. He was like, why do we need to sign a piece of paper? We signed millions of other pieces of papers, for stuff that we bought together. And he was like, I don't see an issue with it. And then um, she also brought up that her dad was offering to pay for the wedding, and Ish was like, nah, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't want this to be like a charity, like a handout or anything like that. Like, I want to help pay for the wedding. So she's going to tell her dad about, well, Ish is going to tell her dad about, you know, turning down the offer for him to help pay the wedding. So they have a engagement party, and everyone shows up, and he talks to her dad about it, and he tells her, thank you for the offer, but you know not interested in doing that. So that's Ish and Madison's situation. Let's talk about Chloe. Let's talk about Chloe. So everybody knows that my least favorite character on the show is Chloe. I do not like mean girls. I don't like mean people. I don't like people who likes to instigate. I don't like people who likes to stir the pot. I don't like people that causes drama. I don't like people who throw rocks and hides their hands. I don't like that. Um Chloe since day 1 has been like that. She has a mouth on her who nobody hasn't checked except for Amanda and Madison. Throughout so far these 3 seasons, only 2 people have checked Chloe on her mouth, and that's, well, 3. Kelsey, checks her on her mouth. Actually 4. Jared's ex-girlfriend, who worked at the bar that Chloe managed. But 4 people have checked Chloe throughout this whole entire season. Everybody else has not said anything. And I appreciate those 4 people checking Chloe on her mouth and how she acts. Chloe decided, you know what? I'm tired of being a mean person and I want to change. I want to be a better person spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I want to be a better person. I'm all here for trying to rebuild yourself and try to better yourself to bring positive vibes. But when you have built reputation and you still have slip ups of being a mean person, it's going to take a while for people to believe that you're actually changing. And she had a conversation with Amanda and Juliet, and she was upset about how they didn't defend her when Joe was checking her, because he did check her. He checked her. He said, why are you always so toxic? You're always in other people's relationship. You're always trying to put your 2 cents in where it doesn't belong. He checked her and he read her for basically all 3 seasons that she has been doing that. And she was upset that Julia and Amanda didn't step in and didn't defend her, and it really hurt her feelings. And she's trying to tell people that she's changing. She's trying to work on herself. But, girl, cut me out with that. Cut me out with that. But there's also a surprise. So a surprise is that Sam invited everyone to a private island that he booked for just like a little getaway and everything like that. So everybody's invited. At the end of the episode, Juliet was like, are you excited for the trip and everything like that? And Chloe was like, I don't think I'm going to go. I don't think I'm going to go because I can't be around people who don't see my growth. And it's like, I don't want to, I just need to better myself. I need to better who I am. It's like, I can't be around this environment. I can't be around this environment. I need to work on myself. And I'm like, girl, cut those crocodile tears. Whatever. Cut the crocodile tears. I can do with or without Chloe. I can do without her. So whatever. Bye. And if this is her last season on the show, goodbye. And so, also throughout the episode, Juliet and Sam, they had a conversation. They're like, Chloe, she kind of like looks down on people. She thinks that she's better than everybody because she's changed and like she's not drinking anymore. And it's like, Chloe, like, chill out. And she still does that. She's always done that, okay? But Juliet and Amanda are upset that she's not going to go to the trip. But it is what it is. Now let's talk about Brandon and Camilla. Okay, so Juliet is trying to put Jordan and Brandon together because she's threatened that Jordan is trying to get with Sam. Okay, and I checked both Sam and Jordan in the last review, saying that both of them are in the wrong for hooking up with each other when, that relationship with Sam and his ex-girlfriend drifted apart. Both of them were in the wrong. You clearly didn't respect the person. You didn't respect her for y'all to hook up with each other. So I checked both Sam and Jordan on that. So it's like we see Brandon, he's gonna do this music video, and Camilla's like, I don't know if I'm gonna go, my ex-boyfriend, I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have fun. So there's this music video. The music video's happening, and Jordan and Juliet, they're the bleeding girls. And so they're doing a music video, and Camilla's looking so uncomfortable. Jordan and him being all up on each other. It's the music video. Girl, you're so insecure. You're insecure with your relationship before y'all broke up. In season 2, I think Brandon wanted to do this music thing, and he was working with another artist, and they were doing this music video. You're jealous about that situation. Like, girl, you're not cut out to be with a musician or anything like that. So it's like, of course there's still feelings there because of what happened. And so, what was funny is that after the music video was shooting, Will and her, they were, talking about the footage, and she was like, "Did you hear what he was rapping about? Yeah, it's all fake. He's all fake for the cameras." I'm like, "But girl, you like that? You like that though? You like that though? You like that though? Get out of here with that. Trying to be like, ugh, disgusting, but you're all up on it when y'all were together. Girl, get out of here." So, um, the engagement party. Everybody's at the engagement party. Jordan and Brandon are hanging out together. This scene was so cringy. So cringy and so unnecessary. Brandon was like, to Jordan, he was like, "I heard you like spicy stuff." Jordan's like, "Yeah, I like spicy stuff." And he was like, "Have you ever had like chips, but then you put like Cholula?" And she was like, "No, Valentina." Yeah, the Valentina and chips. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, like, I've never met anybody like you. Oh my gosh." And he was like, "I know you like spicy stuff, Well, I'm spicy, you know. I'm all spicy and everything like that, Spicy this and spicy that. I see you got 4 limes in your drink, you like it spicy." "Yeah, I like it spicy." "Well, I'm spicy." And like, what? What? This is so unnecessary conversation. Like, oh my gosh, so unnecessary. I'm like, I'm losing a brain cell watching this. Um, okay, so later on in the episode, Brandon and Camilla, they talk. Um, Brandon was like, "So you've been hanging out with Will, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, he's cool." And then she was like, "You've been hanging out with Jordan. Is she your next victim?" Why do you care? Why do y'all care? Why do you care? You say that you're over him. Why do you care about who he's talking to? Why do you care? You try to put up a front, Camilla, trying to, be all this, but then you're hurt. You're still hurt on the inside. And Brandon, you know, and then Camilla, she was like, "So like, how's everything going with your son?" And he was like, "I still need to sign the birth certificate and everything like that. Then we still need to work out custody and visitation agreements." And then Camilla was like, "Oh, so nothing's gonna happen? So you don't like her or anything like that? So y'all not gonna fully commit to a relationship?" And Brandon was like, "Nah, I'm not worried about that." And I saw that. I saw that Brandon doesn't really like his baby mama like that. She like him way more than he likes her, and you could tell it was clearly like, sorry to say this, like a one night stand. Sorry, but she's trying to do that, put that in his face, and he tells her that he loves her, and then she starts crying. She's like, "I can't do this, like, Fred, I can't do this. Like, you really hurt me. It's like we were together. Like, what? Like, I don't understand." And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just. It's. And she was like, "You know what? I think you need to move on, Brandon. I think you need to leave me alone. He keeps saying that he loves her. But, bro, if you love her, you wouldn't have cheated on her. Point blank, period. If you love this girl like you claim you love her, you wouldn't have stepped down on her. You wouldn't have gotten, you know, the girl pregnant. You wouldn't have done none of this if you loved her." And, you know, I feel bad for her. I really do. But it's like, life happens and it's gonna suck for a minute, but girl, know your worth. Okay, know your worth, Camilla. All ladies and gentlemen, like, know your worth. Don't settle for people treating you like crap. Like, know your worth. Trust me. I know it took me a minute, but I know my worth. But that's a story for another time. Another time. But yeah, I think that's all that happened for the episode of Siesta Key. um I will see y'all when I see y'all. Oh yeah, the video. I'll post a video tomorrow. It's nothing really important, but just like a little. Yeah, but I will see y'all when I see y'all. All right, peace and love. Enjoy the rest of your week. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Peace, love. Bye. Love you guys.